joining this Watercooler today. Watercooler is the place that we talk about all things live peer. I'm gonna go through a few announcements and then we're going to go into the name and topics where each person gets 5 minutes to go through what they want to show and what they want to demo to the community. And after that, we can have questions and answers, which can run longer if people are interested. So I'm quickly going to share my screen and okay, please let me know if you can see this.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, yeah. For the announcements, on Thursday, BuilderDAO is going to have a community call for a are going to have a call for the community regarding the subgraph audit. We recently approved a grant to do the audit after the subgraph break that we had, and it took like 2 days to actually fix, and a lot of the issues that came out with it. I think it would be amazing if those who have experience with subgraph, have used it, have knowledge around it, or are interested in the topic, join that session and try to share what their experiences is, what are the things that can be improved, and talk more with the Builder DAO team to give them more insights regarding the subgraph and issues that they have experienced. The second announcement is that we're going to deprecate Modbot in favor of using uh, a better agent like Hermes agent, and we're expanding that experiment to do more. So previously, the only job that the bot was doing was trying to enforce the community rules that we had. And now it is also there to answer technical questions and questions about LivePeer. For example, where's roadmap, where are the documents, general questions that are easy to answer and the bot can find the information easily. And our attempt is to um, make this experiment better over time and improve it. Is the Hermes agent going to be powered by LivePeer? So the original version was powered by BlueClaw, but throughout a couple of experiments, the model was not detecting the conversations very well, and it had issues with the tools. So this is something that I've been working on and I am experimenting with, but the current bot is not powered with LivePeer. Yeah, boo from Mike. I'll reach out to ask questions and see how we can switch it back to LivePeer again. But as I said, this is an experiment that is going on. Gilmore can do it pretty well. Yeah, I'm open to like changing and try experimenting with different models. I've had a lot of issues with Quen, but I think that's something that I can go through after the announcements if there are any questions. Yeah, and if there is a specific model that you think is available on the network, I'm happy to test it out and make sure that it can do the job. So yeah. And lastly, Network Engineering SP retrospective was published today. I'll link the post here and share it with anyone if they want to go through it after this presentation. As always, if there are suggestions and items that you think should be added to the roadmap and there are features that you want the live peer to have, please add them to the opportunities and share them with me and Rich, and we can discuss them to be added to the roadmap. And finally, in terms of the accountability, we received all of the updates from the different SPEs and also the retro from Network Engineering SPE. And yeah, that's basically it for the updates from my side. Happy to take any questions to uh, yeah, have to take any questions. Gonna answer the questions regarding Modbot in the chat. So yeah, I think with that said, we can go through the name and topics. So Steph, do you want to talk about Live Peer Agent?
Yes, I would love to talk about live agent. Hey, everyone. All right, let's see if I can get my screen share going. See if the Discord gods are happy with us today. Hopefully everyone can see it.
Yep. We can see it now.
Okay. All right. Just a little thing to kick us off. Okay, fun. Just wanted to give you guys a little something to wake everybody up. And now let me get to the more important stuff, which is our update on where we are. Okay, so what did you just watch? So for folks who are new, that video was produced by Live Your Agent. It's a custom MCP that turns your Claude codec harmonies into a video production studio. And yeah, the cut that y'all just watched was actually a recipe I was working on this weekend, trying to solve a common problem for marketers, which is you need to produce volumes of content using stable assets you might already have, and how do you extend those assets into an campaign. So I was doing some testing on using this video of this 1984 video of this machine called the Moviola, which you saw in the video, which was an original video editing tool that had to be powered by a single person who had expertise in how to utilize this machine in order to edit the video. And you can sort of see the analogy here is that 30, 40 plus years later, we now are able to do this through natural language through the Live Here agent as a custom MCP. And so part of that was also in preparation for our demo that we're giving in New York City on Thursday, which I'll come back to in a second. And yeah, I just want to continue to emphasize who our ICP is. So for independent creators, marketers who use agents to generate, edit, and augment volumes of video content affordably across models and with high creative control. And yeah, so we're 2 weeks into pretty active product testing here. As a result of those 2 weeks, we have recalibrated our strategy into something that we think will be way more effective at driving the demand that we need for the network. This includes some updated readiness dates, a recalibrated go-to-market strategy, which there will be much more information about in the next 2 weeks once we're past this initial demo for this week. And then we also have some early insights into what early users care about. So I shared these insights last week, but I'm going to I'm going to continue to emphasize what the value props are that we're seeing, but so far they continue to be pricing transparency is critical. As you know, from going through centralized platforms, not only do you hit credit caps, but you just really don't know how your subscription is being sent and what value it's giving you. And that's something that we have baked into the agent at Jump, and that continues to be something that folks are really excited about and feel is needed as a way to help them price out their work better, and just have an understanding of the how to evaluate any jobs or runs that they're putting through. Intelligent routing also is another value prop that continues to come out. This is how the agent routes that model and has tools for the job. Also exploring how we can allow users to have more higher touch in choosing those models. Right now, intelligent routing is a core value prop. And then, of course, precision. So you're able to make one change without having to re-roll the entire asset, the entire output. Again, that continues to be a great value prop and also something that's specific to live peer networks video history. Okay, so what does our road to open beta look like now? You may have seen me sort of like in the Discord talking about opening a waitlist. Originally, we were going to do it on Thursday, and then we pushed it to Monday. But given the sort of product and go-to-market insights that we had over the last 2 weeks, we realized that actually we had a more effective way to get early insight from users that allowed us to get the insights while still building toward a more holistic public waitlist moment. So as of now, we are benching the waitlist to open the week of August 24th, with our first install packages going out the week of August 31st. The week of September 7th, you see this line here for creator program. What that means is, and I'll explain more, but what that means is we are running a V1 of a beta creator program. Outreach is beginning this week. And the week of September 7th is when we will have lots of faces and generations from this sort of friendly V1 creator program that we can then showcase to the market, and will be part of our lead up to open beta. So our milestone for this week is our New York City demo. I'll be giving it on Thursday at Zero Space. Super excited. All of the product insights and the product readiness, or sort of go-to-market readiness gates that we identified at the end of last week, and how that changed our strategy. This does not affect our demo. The demo it's like we're still on track here. What the demo looks like is me going on stage, giving the value prop for what live peer agent is, who I am, what the foundation is, what live peer is, what the network is, and then showcasing some pre-recorded videos of the product in action. And Peace and I are actively working on what that's going to look like. We have a script already in motion. So, more excitingly, this is a meaningfully friendly crowd for me. I have some friends that'll be in the audience, so it should be a really nice moment for live here to say, hey, here we are. This is who we are today. This is where we're going. This is what we have to offer. It's super exciting. And then we'll have the waitlist at least privately wired up, so I can turn around to the room and say, just give me your email. And then the install packages will still have a schedule, but now we have email capture, and now we can build them into our demand funnel. The week of August 24th, so that's in not very far from now. It's 2.5 weeks. Waitlist go to public. So product readiness on that. We are looking for consistency across agent behavior. So that's Peace and I are working really closely with Chung on that. And I've had some even just in the last 24 hours, had some really great advances in product stability. We're looking also for clear, consistent off and install. So we're working closely with John on that as well. Had a really a good conversation with him on Friday. So we'll continue to move that forward into next week, and then really a credible path to fulfilling integration. So those are our product readiness gates in order for us to go live with the waitlist. Go to market readiness side, we want to have social descriptive and hosting cadence, and we want live peer to be positioned as a clear place to learn about agentic creativity. And so that go to market readiness side is actually a strategy that we recalibrated over the weekend, and we are standing up that function in a brand new way starting this week and into next week. And by the time we hit around to the week of August 24th, we should be those go-to-market readiness gates should be fully unlocked for us. And then the next week we'll do first installs. So product readiness gates there are the billing is fully operational. You can add payment, top up balance, do invoices. We've got stability holding consistently across authentication, install, and turn time. We have an understanding of how it operates, how it there's some predictability to what happens within the product turn time as much as we can, right? And really this is about just understanding the seams between the user's agent, the live peer agent, the network tools, all of which we are clarifying with in good collaboration with Chung. And another product readiness is our keyless package. It's delivered with the verification code, and we're able to put that into our automation funnel in a way that's seamless. And then go-to-market readiness, the lifecycle automations are mapped, designed, and wired end-to-end. Week of September 7th, our creator program goes public. So what does that mean? So apologies, I was finishing up the slide right before I jump into calls, so I did finish this one sentence here. But what the creator program is, so during these next few weeks, we're working with a new collaborator. She previously was heading up product marketing at Zora. Prior to that, she was at Unity. So someone who has a really clear understanding of the ICP. She's directly connected to this network. She's down in New York, and she and I will be spending some time together in New York. And the idea is that over these next few weeks, our original strategy was to put the waitlist live, and as a way to sort of build our demand funnel for early users, in addition to any friends and family that were hand onboarding. We decided there was actually a way more effective way that we could do this, and that was through tapping into this collaborator of ours. Her name is Camille, and working on a V1 of a creator program, which looks like outreach to 15, well, outreach to more than this, onboarded up to 15 creators who myself, and Camille are working with really closely. This is a dual research and distribution funnel, and that these creators will be incentivized with product credits. They'll be generating with the product, finding the frustrations, finding the places, or finding the gaps. We'll be able to bring those across into improving the product experience, into engineering, and then we'll be able to take those insights across into product marketing that Camille will help position really well, so that once we are ready to go to market in September, we have we have a really full idea of who we're selling to and what matters to them. The outputs we want from this creator program, and again, I have it here as going public on September 7th because we're building up, the assets and the marketing during these next 3 weeks, so that we can show it to socials when we hit that milestone. Not only will the ICPs be providing us, or the creators be providing us with insights about product usage, they're also going to create content that they're excited to promote and share, that we're excited to promote and share, and then stretchable, they can produce a skill or a formula or a recipe playbook that LivePeer can then co-distribute, and that then leverages our creator distribution networks as well. They can get their fans to be excited to work with their skill in LivePeer. And then we head to open beta, benching at the end of September, the end of Q3, product readiness, smooth end-to-end install, proven first to return generations, billing is fully operational, our social engineering, our funnel is operational for 3 weeks, and our launch package and content is scheduled. This slide will continue to be filled out as we get more specific on our readiness dates, but generally this is what we're working toward. And I just have an updated preview of the waitlist site, and this video isn't going to let me play. Okay. I will send, we'll send a better preview, but we've reconfigured our early access site to just be one simple URL, earlyaccess.livepeer.org. Previously, we were trying to get fancy by having the waitlist at that site and then having an about page for the agent, but we're going to resolve everything to just earlyaccess.livepeer.org, sign up for the waitlist there. You get the value prop, you see what you can do, so we just have it be really smooth. What I wanted to show was that we have a slightly different visual design than the one we showed last week, but I'll find a way to get it across. Keyless install, we're still moving forward with that. Install package, so what does that look like? Chun has wired up activation codes assigned with to let me start over. Chun has established a keyless install package connected to user-specific activation codes that will be connected to the user's waitlist, and then we'll give users $60 in demo credits over the course of 6 days. We'll see. We'll learn a lot with this creator program to see how far these demo credits will get us, but my sense is they'll go pretty far. And my last thing is, try LivePeer Agent. You have it already. The MCP has been fully migrated over to agent.livepeer.org. If you had previous versions of the MCP under the storyboard branding, they will still work as they have. But moving forward, everything should be running through agent.livepeer.org. And happy to answer any questions. And that's all I got.
Thank you very much, Steph. Uh, we have Define asking to come on stage. So looking forward to see this. This is amazing. And right now, so if people want to internally, if they want to sign up, I think that would be amazing if we can just share the link in the chat. So if anyone on this group haven't signed up yet, they can get their hands on the early access. Any questions?
Thanks for that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Before going on with the presentation, I would like to ask two questions from Steph. First of all, Steph, congratulations! Like very interesting piece of content that you created. Were you able to answer that? And if you know, how many iterations it took you to reach that result?
What was the first part of the question, do you think?
So the question was if you were able to answer that, and if you weren't able to answer that, how many iterations it took to...
Oh, one shot.
Yeah.
Yes. It probably, I think it took me maybe 5 or 6 iterations. But I think what's probably more interesting is what I put into it at the beginning. So I pulled the prompt. So what I gave the agent was, I gave the agent really clear instructions. I told it exactly what we were doing. I said we're building a video creation, batch video creation workflow. You need to produce 15 short films that are 30 seconds long. I said this is a repeatable workflow. I told us to start with one video and then we'd scale to 5 and then to 15. And I said, I gave it the specific input component. So I said, what is this content for? What's the goal? Who's the audience? I gave it a brand kit. I gave it visual guidelines. And I gave it additional reference assets. So I gave it the full I downloaded a open source video from Internet Archive that was actually co-hosted with Filecoin of that Viola video. It's actually like a 1984 video from the City College of San Francisco of the student showing how to operate the Viola, which then was the machine was actually like fully deprecated a year later with new technology. But I found that, I downloaded it, I added it to my little kit, and then I also gave a piece had generated a bunch of stock imagery assets as part of our brand kit, and I gave that to the agent as well. I then told the agent what the visual language was. I said I wanted like bold text over the white screen. I wanted it to have cuts of the moviola and then the stock imagery to kind of like go back and forth to show the contrast between history and today. And I also told, and I also said closing bar. I gave it specifics that I wanted like quick cuts and pans and optimal zooms and stuff. Optical zooms didn't quite pick that up. It didn't really need to anyway. And then I also told the agent that with every video that was returned, I wanted a voiceover script and keyframes. So what about the video, and then a meter of what tools and models were called and how much it cost to run. And then the last thing I offered it was I gave it 2 themes that we're working with on the content side. So one is agentic creativity. And so I told it, I was like, agentic creativity is creative work done with AI agents that can take goals, make decisions, I basically gave it 3 different definitions of what agentic creativity is, so it could really understand what it was trying to do, or the story it was trying to tell. And I did the same thing with network compute. I gave it network compute is a distributed way to access compute powering creative work. I gave it 3 different sort of definitions rounded out. So that's my one shot. It's a package, and that got me that got me a really good first video. I think I went through maybe 5 iterations and then got to a nice recipe, and then I said, okay, take it up to 5. And then once I took it up to 5, this video was in that batch of 5. So it did pretty well as it was scaling up. But I think the insight here is like the one-shot prompt I gave it is like pretty robust. And I actually just like wrote it in my notes app and then just copy-pasted it over. So it didn't really take like a lot of logistical orchestration, but it did take me probably 20 minutes to sit down and like really think through what I wanted it to do.
Yeah, this is towards constructive criticism, because it is an important KPI. How many times are you able to iterate till you get a result that can be a great competitive advantage of the library agent? Um, uh, because of course, like, we don't only provide the inference, we provide the underlying harness, and then you can have, of course, an additional step where you take care through the interface um, of all the processes that are required to reach the desired result, so that you can have the agent on the background observing if it has the context to give the client the best result. So this is why I asked that question, just to give some context. And the second question is, what do you think are the competitive advantages of library agent at this stage towards the competition, and what do you think are the competitive advantages going forward at the point where the harness will not be a competitive advantage, because every future model that is being released, it basically renders the previous harnesses um, useless, because it internalizes all the thinking process, and so therefore the harness is not needed.
Yeah, that's a great question. So 100% that, we're not going to win alone on just model access, right? Like we're not gonna win alone on the harness. But the two real competitive advantages that we have in the market against Higgs field, runway, or Flora. And I also have some observations about the ICPs that those people are going after, particularly Flora. We have like direct intel that is just very different. But that's not to say that we still need to position ourselves in a way that is differentiated. But yeah, the two things that continue to show up are our pricing model. So we have transparent pricing. You have an understanding of what you're paying for. That's just not available in the platforms, and it's something that frustrates a lot of users. So that not only are they hitting subscription caps or running through credits, there's just no transparency into how that money is being spent and going to where, and if it's effective, and then how that translates into your return, into your render. The second thing is the AV precision editing tools. So you can to your point, you can hook up the Higgs field MCP, you could hook up the Flora MCP, you could UI MCP. But if you look at the capabilities that we have within our network compared to the capabilities that those MCPs have, it's very clear that we have a different offering with our even FFmpeg alone is like a way in which we activate that. And our ability to do clipping and messing and have that to do that with natural language and with meaningfully consistent return on that goal. Like that is one of the pieces that continues to separate us from the others. So and to be honest, that is an exciting thing for a lot of users, in that there's Gen AI is only one component of AI video. There's this whole other suite of things that around editing and augmenting and then stitching those things together and then extending those things. Those all rely very heavily on the precision AV or video editing tools that we have on our network.
Yeah, amazing. Really excited about the library agent.
Nice, you too.
Amazing. And now for our updates that again also include the library agent, we have posted a forum post which everyone can go and see. The updates will continue with the development of the Punch Compute application, which has received really encouraging early feedback, and we're making sure that we're doing all the preliminary work before we integrate the payment system and before we go into greater DPM market workflows with our agents. So we continue doing that. And another track we are doing is the Live Peer Agent Hackathon, which we are designing, and we are making sure to be designed in such a way so that not only it brings new people into the ecosystem, but also retains these new people. So there's a lot of work there with incentives, alignment, etc. And there is a lot also of background work we're doing that is not immediately viewable to the token holders, relevant to risk management and making sure that RSP will be able to provide value to the network far beyond its deliverables are finished. Yeah, and these are the updates from us. We will have a lot more updates within this month. We're looking to work closely with everyone in the ecosystem around the live agent for the full workflow, so that we can understand, everything, so that we can create a really high standard quality hackathon. If anyone has any questions, please let us know, or if you have any feedback at all. Okay, amazing. So, thank you very much for having me.
Thank you very much, Stefan. And I see also Titan is on the stage, so let me know if you have any questions or if you have any topic, please let us know or drop it in the chat. Anyone, any questions? I see Rich is typing. Just see, and yeah, Rich is also the next person in the queue to hop on stage. So yeah, Titan, do you want to elaborate on that? Or maybe Rich, you can start. Oh, yep. Hello, mate.
Yeah, unless Rich wants to go, but yeah, I just had a quick topic, but Rich can go first.
Okay.
Way to divine a that's a joke. I'll go very briefly, and then you come in. But just to clarify, you had your own topic. It's not related to what the show.
That's right. Yeah. No, it wasn't related to what DeFi is. Yeah. So I'll get in line just like everyone. Don't worry. I just would pop it up here and just want to say hello.
I'm going to joke. Great to have you. I'm going to go very quickly because I took up 19 minutes of everyone's time about an hour and a half ago. For those of you who weren't able to join the network engineering SMZ session, it was a really great session. I'm going to be doing another update shortly. But long story short, what we discussed was we went through a quick overview of where we've been, so why the SDA exists, where it landed. We went through what worked, what didn't work. First SDE, that went down. I think the general consensus that there was a lot of great things about the first network engineering SDE, and it's really about fine-tuning rather than going back to the drawing board. And we talked about the proposal shape of round two. This was if you go to the slides, this was the four graphs that make it easy to use, easy to run, easy to capacity, easy to delegate. And these were roughly. Can everyone still hear my word? You can cancel it. You confirm?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Cool. And also, where we go next. So what were the things that were raised? Well, very high level. I think it was overall consensus that the framework is in the right direction. It is quite broad now, and one of the explicit requests was to really try to get into Likely 2.0 a bit more tightly. It already is, but I think one of the things that's going to be critical is to have a focus as an ecosystem, and this came up time and time again. All of us time and time again, two or three people raised this. Very cool. The second thing that one of the factors was primarily about finding friction and finding more flexibility with different mechanisms. So rather than commit the SDE to specific mechanisms, RFPs, grants, of rich grants as an example, that's what we committed to first. Really, the mechanisms, the secondary to reducing friction, or at least reducing bureaucracy in the process. So that was great. People, there's less concern about specific mechanisms, more about how we can get the right people the right jobs as quickly as possible. Then there was a great point on discoverability, so making sure that we can attract new contributors to the project, but really navigating the forum, the GitHub, joining the wall to go etc. etc. requires a huge amount of cognitive work just to figure out how to find all of this stuff. So kudos to anyone who had Jane edit back in the day. But a lot of this was also from finding people who within our network, once we move to the question is how can we open this up more to really bring in new contributors to the project. And then finally, really, the final point was just on the technical bets. So those are sort of different areas that you see in the presentation, really sharpening those technical bets, and making sure that there's real prioritization along each track. So where do we go from here? Well, as you can see from the last slide within the presentation, we do want to move quite quickly. So I'm going to, based off the back of the conversation, I'm going to be putting together a pre-proposal that we will be going live by next Tuesday. And this time next week, we'll be able to have a more in-depth discussion over the pre-proposal itself, so that we can hopefully get the proposal live the following week. For anyone who did miss it, but wants to review it, I am waiting on Josh for the transcript, because it's on his account. And once we have that, I can also share. Yeah, thanks, Brad, also for sharing the retrospect of the SE that published earlier. And that will also give some transparency to it. If anyone has any priorities that they think the network engineering SE should focus on, please do also reach out to me directly. I know a lot of people did. I should have actually called. About 24 hours ago, I asked everyone participating in the community discussions to send over 1 to 3 priorities that they think the network engineering SE should focus on. And a lot of those 4 different areas was actually were actually as a result of all that feedback. So it's been a real collective process. It was a great session earlier today. I'll share the transcript over the next 24 hours once I've received it. And yeah, we should be expecting a proposal hopefully over the next week, which we can share those. I think that's about it. Any questions from any of that?
Thank you very much, Rich. Anyone? Any questions? While we're waiting on questions, I'm gonna take advantage of this opportunity and say it one more time. There is going to be another a session for Builder DAO, which is like the last initiative funded by the Network Engineers Fee to do the subgraph audit. If you are interested, please check it out on Thursday and let's discuss it further. to see what are the improvements that you're looking forward to see. Okay, I think we can move on to the next person. Sorry, Titan, but based on the queue, I think up next is Sean. Sean, do you want to jump on the stage and take it away? With yes, okay. How are you? Can you hear us? You're mute if you're talking.
Somehow this Discord is always muted by default. Hi everyone. So my update will be brief. It's on the topic of the topic of trigger onboarding for IPO agent. So I kicked off this process last week. There are already 5 participants already filling their names. More importantly, and really appreciate you guys already did initial enabling work can make your operator online and have the capabilities already chosen from your standpoint. You're responding to the guide ahead. So this week my main focus is to bring your operators into the agent network, into the early alpha testing. When I say early alpha testing, is you may not see external user traffic pinging on you, but you will be hit by internal load testing tool just to help us to flash out all issues and as we go. So I already started that work late last night. I'm in the process of it. I'm managing to have a clean up my capabilities just adding during this meeting. So I'm going to test it out and then gradually adding other 4 altogether, probably around 30 capabilities in this initial rollout. Looking to actually conclude this work by either this Friday or early next week, and hopefully in the next week, Watercooler can give you a little report. As a participant, whenever your capabilities will be live, you will receive an email to notify you you're actually live on the agent as well. So thanks for your support, and excited to have you guys be together in this journey. So that's updates from me. In the meantime, if you have any questions, you DM me or ping me in that channel. I'm going to respond very quickly and quickly.
Thank you very much, Sean. I think Rick is typing. Anyone, any other questions? Yeah, thank you for the hard work and getting all the orgs onboarded. Life Your Agent is truly amazing, and it's all because of your hard work. So truly amazing. Yeah, thank you. Steph, yeah, 100%. Okay. If there isn't any questions, I think we can go to Titan. The floor is yours, mate. Take it away.
GM. Thank you. My topic is just around the a reward call, smart contract I built for orchestrators that are currently active in the top 100 set, and then that's also compatible for the potential upgrade to the unlimited amount of orcs. And so, you can currently set your additional reward call or delegate to the smart contract, and it will call it on your behalf. At least as a backup. So if you're already doing your reward calling, you can keep that running. But if you ever miss it, the smart contract will call it for you every round. You can. I'm relying on the contract primarily for a couple of the orchestrators that I run. So it's kind of the primary, but you can set it up as your primary or just use it as a fallback. But yeah, the contract's there if you like. It's all audited and runs a rule call every day for all the orchestrators that delegate to it. So check it out. The form code or in the orchestrator channel. I just pinged everyone, and check it out.
thank you very much. Really interesting. Any questions regarding the contract? Mm, okay, yeah, I see Rick is typing. Yep, thank you very much, Titan, for making use of LIP 118. Such a long upgrade.
Yeah. It was a fun upgrade to finally get involved. We've been asking for this upgrade since like 2021, so it's really exciting to see it actually come through. And thank you for all the contributors who spent time on it, built it, shipped it, and then I was able to piggyback off it and make something custom. And people can use it if they want. It's fully opt-in, so it's a very cool option for orchestrators.
Amazing. Thank you very much. And yeah, actually, Rick kickstarted the next stage of our water cooler, which is giving someone a pat in the back and thanking someone else in the community. So, if there are others in the community that you want to thank them and chill and give props to them, please do. Yeah, Rick already did his, so thank you, Sean, for like making all of everything with Life Your Agent possible, and thank you, Titan, for the contract. Also, a special thanks from my side to Rach for today's session. It was truly amazing to understand the priorities for the future of the SPE and also the network. And also props to Steph for all the hard work that she's doing and her demo in NYC in I think 2 days. So cheers to her. Anyone else? Any other props and chills?
One thank you to everyone who has sent me their priorities over the last 24 hours. It was actually a really quick and efficient way of doing this. So, definitely something for future roadmap sessions. So those who want to take part, to like, just do the rework. But it was amazing to see how many people did the rework. So, Jalal, Mike, Shane, Noel, Bon, John, Elliot. Thanks everyone who sent that across. It was awesome. And also, not a thank you, but also a massive good luck and well wishes to Steph and team. How she's gone. But for Thursday. Super excited to see what happens there. Going to be a big audience. So, a lot of hard work going into that.
Amazing. I believe we've come to the end of this water cooler. So thank you very much, everyone, and I hope you have an awesome week ahead of you. Not ahead, but yeah, the rest of the week. Thank you. Cheers.
Thanks, Brendan.